When there's no trust, when you're not able to let go, then the magic doesn't happen.
Around the world, there are thousands of young people making money, doing something that they love, and solving some of society's biggest challenges in the process. I'll be traveling across Europe, meeting incredible young people who have found success in doing things differently. This is the Impact Blueprint.
Community. It's about more than making friends. It's really about finding your people. If you want to make a living doing what you love, all while making the world a better place, you can't do it alone. It's lonely out there. According to data, 1 in 4 people worldwide experience loneliness on a regular basis. I worry that there are thousands and thousands of young people out there that experience loneliness on a regular basis and want to get the most out of their lives. However, they don't know where to start, and maybe more importantly, they don't know who to go on this journey with. So far, we found out that coming up with a social or environmental initiative can be a great way of finding purpose in your career. Now, the real question is, how do you find people to do this with? I'm heading to Slovakia to meet Martina and Julian. Then, hey. So we are in Bratislava and we are about to meet Martina, the founder of Zmudri. On the surface, Martina is the sweetest person you'll get to meet. However, once you get to know her better, you realize this girl is a real badass. Ah, Martina! Nice to see you. And really, how can she not be? She created one of the largest platforms for young people in Slovakia to learn critical skills for the 21st century. Nice to meet you.
These are my girls. Working hard. You can have a look around. This was the night when we won SIA. Like, this was the first award that we've ever won and the first money that we've received, so it was a huge help.
And is it a mostly female team?
Yes, but it just happened by coincidence.
Female power, yes we can.
This is actually the first recording ever of our first educational video. Yeah, that's my favorite one, the European Citizens Prize. They just pick one project or an NGO.
No, I think the Social Impact Award is a great award. Winning the Citizens Award from the European Union is kind of a big deal. We were thinking maybe we could kind of roam around outside for a little bit. We at SIA are trying to build pretty much the first ever guide for young people on how to make a living doing what they love, all while making the world a better place, but as social entrepreneurs. One thing that we haven't spoken too much about is doing it with the right people. Right? And also building a community around this topic. You know, you guys were started as quite a big team. Maybe you can tell me a little bit more about those early days, how you guys found each other.
I think it was really funny because we met on LinkedIn. I just randomly went there and saw the comment from Julian, the co-founder, who just wrote about an idea that he had, and I had a very similar idea to just start creating meaningful content for young people and help them. So I just wrote him like, maybe we should meet because I can make videos and you want to make videos. I have to mention, of course, that there is this leadership program for young people in Slovakia, and that's where the rest of the team met. So this is where all our first meetings took place, and we really spent hours and hours sitting here and discussing everything from strategy to our motivation to content plans. So there was a huge table over here where we always sat.
We were just hanging out in the cafe, and all of a sudden the owner comes out and offers to give us a tour of his entire space. Hey, you're the founder?
Yeah. Oh. So this is actually the heart of the makerspace.
Wow, very cool.
We have some quiet machines here, plus all the workshops are running here.
One.
The cafe upstairs is helping to finance this, so we have one CSR part, and it's mostly educating people. You can buy a membership here if you come to work. Therefore, when you say prototyping, I thought we have a lot of prototyping machines in here.
This guy has been bringing people like Martina and Julian together for years now, helping them create initiatives like Zmudri. You can just feel the passion for this kind of work. Very cool. All right, well, thanks a lot. Years ago, they met on LinkedIn, and now I'm speaking to both of them about their early experiences as co-founders, what challenges they ran into, and also what made him so successful. Did you always kind of feel like you had an easy understanding of where to find the people?
Well, I think if Julian wasn't here back in the days, I wouldn't be able to find a team.
And think about all the incredible initiatives that the world has never seen because the right people couldn't come together. That's what Social Impact Award is for. It's for bringing the right people together and creating a community of like-minded people that can support each other when things get tough. I'm going to meet Jonas, the managing director of Social Impact Award, to learn more about what makes SIA such a special community.
Community is one of the things that is at the core of what we do at Social Impact Award. It's one of the focus areas of our work that we try to build as much of a community as possible on very different layers. We always try to build a lot of connections that they can very easily find other people they connect with and build a community. I think the most important thing is that you go out there and talk about your idea, talk about what you want to do. There's many possible events, communities, networks that you can find touch points with. Right?
The cool thing about that is in the link in the description, there is a URL that you can click and you'll have access to all kinds of different opportunities, events, where you can also find your communities.
I was also a freelancer, so I was creating content alone and I didn't have any team around me, so I was just used to doing everything alone. I think that's not the way how you can grow.
If you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. I think for now, what we're really looking at is the early stage, right? Is even just finding those first people, that maybe that first person to do the project with. And I think for that, maybe we can get moving and we can go to the next location. What is Zmudri?
Zmudri prepares young people for real life in everything they need in 21st century. I think it's around like 70,000 followers on social media, and then we have like 11,000 teachers that work with us.
70,000 people! That's insane! That's the population of a small city.
It all happened in 1 month, and then all of a sudden we formed a group of 6 people, 6 co-founders.
Julian is joining us on Zoom right now because he's doing his MBA at Oxford. Yes, that's Julian. Not only was he the driving force behind Zmudri, he is also a super intelligent and talented individual with one of the biggest smiles and also some of the best eyebrows that I've ever seen.
I think it was just a coincidence. The fact that I was telling about this idea everywhere I could.
It was mostly thanks to Julian's approach of like really talking openly about everything.
I had a fear of being laughed at. I had this mental block of not wanting to be discouraged and not wanting to receive feedback about my idea. I would say like entrepreneurship is a very lonely experience.
Julian's right. Entrepreneurship does get lonely. You really have to find the right crowd of people to help you with this.
So I would always recommend all kinds of leadership programs or educational programs. So like I can see how it brought me great community of people who just think in a very similar way and who want to do something good in this world.
And that's really what SIA is all about. For Julian and Martina, SIA was a place to meet like-minded people that became friends and helped them on their journey.
I realized that there's a team of people. It's not just me, I'm not on my own, but I have responsibility for the entire team.
We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and that's why you need others to just complement you, and you complement them, and then that's how it all works.
From the beginning when we were 6 and when we were like co-founders, it really helped me when I knew that they care.
When there's no trust, when you're not able to let go, then the magic doesn't happen.
As I made my way back to Vienna, it feels like we've reached an inflection point. We've covered all the first steps in this journey, how to come up with a problem, how to come up with a solution, how to test all of that, a business model, and how to find a team. Now we need to get hands-on. We need to look at what it takes to build the initiative, the product or the service that will create the impact in the long run. I think I know who to talk to help me with this. Her name is Lori.
If you are launching your product and you're proud of it, you're doing it too late.